Third Degree Radio, right back like we never left. You already know what it is. And we come to that real brief part in our show because we running it a little bit different today. Being that we're enjoying the presence of a special guest today, we're gonna get all our regular segments out the way. So at this time, y'all know what time it is. What time is it, Coniyac?
It's a God thing.
It's a God thing, thing.
And there he goes with the harmony behind it.
You know, a little something, man. I got a little spoken word today, man. Just a little brief piece, you know, to Chris Brown, man. You know, Chris Brown been getting in all that trouble, man. And, you know, he got to understand who he is, where he is, and people out there to get him. So let's spoken word for Chris Brown's R&B, you know, artist Chris Brown, sit your ass down. You keep getting set up, we're gonna throw your tattooed ass in jail, and you're gonna be wearing a permanent frown. Chris Brown, sit your ass down. Stop making yourself a target from town to town. Chris Brown, come on, young brother. There are people out to get you, your crew, and your baby mother. Chris Brown, you've worked hard to get on top. You've thrown it all away, being around them groupies. That shit needs to stop. Chris Brown, if you're trying to be low, I know you're trying to be low and kick it with your fans, but some of them motherfuckers got hidden agendas and other sinful plans. Chris Brown, learn from your mistakes. When your little white girl in LA tried to set you up, that should have taken all the cakes. Chris Brown, once again, sit your ass down. Some of your fans forgave you for hitting Rihanna and leaving her looking like Homie the Clown. Chris Brown, you're gonna throw away your whole career. Chris Brown, you know, come on, you trying to get your homies some ass and get in that rear. So Chris Brown, you keep acting like this, you'll never be the king and have the R&B crown. So Chris Brown, if I were you, I'll sit my beige ass down. These cats gotta realize, man, that they are targets.
True.
You know, I mean, you know, y'all toured, y'all been on the road. You know there's just some loyal fans, but there's some haters out there that disguise themselves as fans. And, you know, I hate to see young brothers like Chris Brown keep getting set up like that.
Yeah.
You know, you got a wifey, you got a girlfriend. Hey, man, I know you be trying to get your entourage and homies some booty.
Do he got that, though? I mean, I know he got a new kid, but is he with the baby mama?
Well, he said when he was over in Paris, he was with...
He has somebody he's seeing right now, but right. I mean, I don't even know if that's even official. I mean, right. that's what they're putting out there, to be honest. I have no idea. I mean,
his alibi was he was with his girlfriend.
Yeah, but he was with this girl that he,
that was a friend.
Yeah, exactly. And what was crazy is when this accusation happened, he was with the girl.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
They were walking out the club. Let me tell you how happy everybody looked. You seen all 32s.
All 32s. Teeth.
All teeth.
Pearly whites.
People looked like they was laughing and joking and whispering and like they was about to go have fun.
Right.
So I'm like, this happened then? Yeah. It doesn't even look like that was the intentions of the night at all.
Wasn't the energy that was projected.
Right.
Man, I'm like, you're not even the girl he was with, girl, bye.
Yeah.
Right.
You see, when you're a target like that, you gotta, you know, you're gonna continue to be a target.
You can't say you was a third party because why is she not complaining? Bye. I'm sorry.
And people always want to say, I understand why, you know, entertainers and stuff kind of like isolate themselves and insulate themselves with people, because it's like you can't be regular. You ain't regular no more.
You're not.
As much as you want to be regular, you ain't regular no more.
You're not regular to some people.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Some people.
But you're not regular, period, though, because everything's
No, let me tell you this, because some people will see you and some people will recognize you and they'll say, oh, there goes Wooty Wop. Hey, I saw him today. Right. And they'll keep going about their business. Then you'll have some people that will give you that acknowledgement like, hey, see you over there, man. Hey, keep up the good work.
Right.
And they'll keep on going about their business. Then you have some people that will come and engage you.
Right.
To whatever degree, you know.
But what I mean by you ain't regular when every Average Joe see you
on access, you're not a regular
not regular.
I go for that.
You're
Right.
not.
You know what I'm saying?
You put yourself in a different situation.
I go for that, y'all.
You know,
and so I know a lot of times, you have crews, and when you the plug and you the bag, you want your homies, you want your crew to be set out by ladies and stuff like that. But sometimes that can put you in a trick bag.
Messed up trick bag.
Because they're going to come after you. They ain't going to come after the guys that ain't on stage.
They ain't got the money.
Nigga show better know how to go get his own motherfucking ass fucking around in my motherfucking
exactly.
blood, nigga. I ain't shit.
Exactly.
I ain't
you grown ass man. Get your own ass.
What? Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I can't.
But I also think these false allegations should be fined.
Absolutely.
They should be.
They should be fined.
That'll stop that shit.
Y'all hearing that from a woman's perspective, too.
They should be fined because just like with the Tierra Marie thing and it's 50 Cent, I mean, we know 50 petty, but to a certain point, I'm like, I'm not mad at you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad at you because why is she trying to sue you?
What's that situation?
Because the tape leaked. Remember we talked about how a tape leaked or whatever, and then he posted it on his site just because he has those followers. She wanted to sue for like what was it, like a
too damn much
porn something or whatever when you release a leak of tape, but it was already leaked. He just put up some shit that was already out there. So how you gonna try to come for him? He got the money. You couldn't come for the little dude in the tape because he didn't have no damn money.
She must not have been starting good enough because it ain't propelled her career nowhere.
But it was
she ain't no Kardashian.
And now she got to pay him 50 racks because of them false allegations because you tried to go in his bag.
Yeah.
And he posts that shit up every
That's a
day.
nice
Tierra,
bag.
I want my motherfucking money.
Damn.
I be like, oh my God, she is not going to let her live. But they should be fined. Because it's defamation of character.
Yep.
People immediately look at them in the wrong light.
And sometimes you can't unsee that or unhear that.
Eve had to apologize. Eve had to apologize because she had made a comment about the situation. And Eve is very outspoken. You ask her something, that's how she feels.
Been like
She's
that.
like, I said what I said. You know, she's
been
one of
like
those.
that. Yeah.
So, but she did apologize because she come to find out the girl was lying. But because he had the incident with Rihanna.
Right.
But you don't wake up like damn near grown ass and say, you know what, I want to start raping women. I don't think a rapist done that. I could be wrong.
What?
I could be wrong. Things could went sour in your life somewhere.
Yeah, and sometimes stuff lay dormant.
Well, hold on. In support of what you're saying. I don't think you wake up as a grown ass,
person.
Late 29, your late 20s, 30s something guy with affluence on top of that, and then
you've been getting it all this time.
Yeah, and every probably 7th or 8th girl you pass by might want to give you action. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then it's too many pluses on your side for you to even have to delve into that kind of like depravity right there.
But you know what though? That's me and you because we're wired differently. That's some crazy wired motherfuckers out there.
But I'm saying, but you're around a lot of people too. I mean, I think
drugs is a different.
I think rapists are more reclusive than just I don't think they hang out. I don't think they hang out with a big entourage. Hold on.
They do.
Rapists hang out with a big entourage, and then at the end of the night, while everybody pulling bras, I'm gonna pull this broad in here and physically rape her, and risk my career, risk my millions, risk all this, risk people seeing me taking her in there and all that.
Yeah, a ASAP member just claimed to be guilty for doing some shit like this overseas to a chick. Bring her ass into the bathroom. She's scared as much. He like, you better come out here. And
Once a woman or man says no and you proceed, that's rape. That's considered rape.
That's
true.
So
like you can be in a group of people in a party, right? And you can be, music playing. She's like, no, stop. Oh, girl, they playing, and he still just, boom, and hit her right there. That's still rape.
Yeah.
On the dance floor.
Yeah.
Man, you be going to some wild.
No, I'm not even saying I've seen it, but I'm saying.
Damn.
But you've seen it.
I didn't say stop. And she's still sliding up on it, sliding shit out, penetrate all on the dance floor. Motherfucker, you be going to some wild Hollywood
let me tell you something.
shit.
Some people, man, when that drive start, they can't stop.
Yeah, I guess.
Some people.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
brother.
off certain influence, like you said, certain influence, maybe drugs, maybe alcohol, maybe turn them different.
Exactly.
I don't know. You know what I mean? So.
Speaking of drugs and alcohol, we're gonna go into smoke sessions right now, and this is brought to you by.
Oh, you want someone? Oh,
yeah, I'm going to segue into smoke sessions.
Yeah.
This is brought to you by Sun Rocks, the highest high you can get while still having your feet planted on planet Earth. And in today's smoke sessions, study shows, this is good news for America. Study shows more people using medical marijuana in place of pharmaceuticals. A University of Michigan study has found that many medical marijuana users were able to replace their use of pharmaceutical drugs with cannabis. The research, which was published this month in the Journal of Psychoactive Drugs, showed that 44% of those who use medical cannabis were able to stop taking a pharmaceutical drug, use less of one, or both. The study was conducted by Daniel Kruger of the University of Michigan Institute for Social Research and co-authored by Jessica Kruger, a clinical assistant professor at the University of Buffalo. The researchers aimed to assess attitudes and use of medical cannabis in the mainstream healthcare system, which they defined as either a doctor or hospital among marijuana users. To conduct the study, researchers surveyed 450 adult attendees of an event advocating for cannabis law reform held at the university each year. Among the 392 usable completed surveys, 78% said that they used cannabis to treat a medical or health condition. The study also revealed that 42% of survey respondents had stopped taking a prescription drug due to their use of medicinal cannabis. Also, 38% reported that they had reduced their use of prescription medications. Those who responded to the survey reported using medical marijuana to treat pain, back problems, depression, and headaches, and 30% reported that they were using cannabis without the knowledge of their healthcare provider.
Wow.
The researchers also found that medical cannabis users reported a greater degree of use of medical cannabis and a greater degree of trust in medical cannabis compared to mainstream healthcare. In comparison to pharmaceutical drugs, medical cannabis users rated cannabis better on effectiveness, side effects, safety, addictiveness, availability, and cost, according to their report. So those of you who stuck in that opioid phase or, being overprescribed medications that are constantly going up in cost and things like that, go visit your local dope dealer, man, and get you a sack of that good weed.
Dope, man.
Get you a sack of that good weed.
Dope, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's blunts right there at the corner store, wraps, zigzags if you prefer. And shit, man, relax, man. Let that pain go away from a natural plant derivative, which is THC. Mm-hmm. You'll feel good about yourself. Your body will thank you. You know what I'm saying? And you won't be addicted to bullshit. So, it's Third Degree Radio, y'all. We're going to be right back with our special guest. That was Smoke Sessions and a God Thing all wrapped in one. Y'all keep it locked. We out.
You're listening to Third Degree Radio, and this is Coniyac the XO.